Obviously, it's a really disappointing day. How and why do you think you were beaten today, and by such a convincing scoreline as well?
We make mistakes, and they were very clinical in finishing, and they did very well.
Did you actually feel like you'd made quite a good start to the game, and then it seemed to become really open, and it felt like Liverpool attackers were running at your defenders time and again?
No, I don't think so. If I see all the chances we conceded, I don't think that's what happened. I think we make mistakes. All the 3 goals are mistakes from us, individual errors. Maybe about the last one you can debate where is our double six, but all the others, I think, Liverpool did brilliant. How they took over the turnover and how they finished was so good, but they didn't. And I saw the XG that wasn't that high.
So, your opinion of the game would be 3 goals from mistakes, sure, but the general play of the game was quite even. Is that your view of it?
No, it's don't argue this. It's clear. Deserve in Liverpool, and we have to be humble. We have to take this and improve our game.
It was no surprise that Casemiro came off at half-time. Was it almost a kindness to him to take him off after such a difficult first half, or are you just thinking, no, this is what the team needs?
The last one, that is what the team needs. You know, when you are 2-0 down against Liverpool, they are so good in, you have to take more risk, it will be more open, and so that is my assessment. It's logical when you are losing the game against Liverpool, you have to take more risk, and I have to give a compliment to the team. They kept fighting, they kept sticking together, but the ground, what you have to cover is bigger, and then you bring a player as Toby Collier, and he has big, great legs, he can cover the ground.
How did Casemiro take the news at half-time? For a player of that status to be taken off at half-time, it's quite a big thing. Did he accept the decision okay?
It's, you know the game, he knows the game, and he will go on, we will go on. It's a great player, and we will continue in the season to improve the team, but also improve the players.
Do you think he can come again? I mean, it's maybe not a nice question to ask, but physically at 32, is there still more to give, do you think?
He improved. He showed so often that he's a great character. And yeah, we all have seen great moments from him. Be decisive for us in the midfield, and he will show it again. I'm sure he will bounce back.
Is the worry with today, I don't know if you'd agree with this, that it felt a lot like last season? It was obviously a difficult league campaign last season, but similar in terms of you conceded 3 goals and you conceded a lot of chances on your goal. Did it feel like last season?
I don't think you are right, but yeah, you just say, I saw the XG, which we conceded. We didn't concede so many goals, and no, I don't have the feeling that we are in the same pattern because I didn't see it. I think it was sometimes open, but we took risk, and I think I have seen some good things, but I don't want to talk about this after a defeat from 3-0 against Liverpool. Well done, Liverpool. All the compliments. We have to be humble, and we have to improve our team.
I know you just said you don't want to talk about it, but there did feel like a bit of positivity going into today, particularly what you've done in the transfer window. A couple of performances. I know you lost at Brighton, but does this sort of take away that feeling of positivity? Is that the worry that it sort of sets the tone?
No, not for me. I know many games to play, and I know where we will be in the end of the season. And many games, many leagues, and we will go for trophies, and that will stand.
I was interested to hear you say in the week that you feel like it's, you know, beginning. I think you said beginning of a life cycle, still a team in transition. It's obviously the start of your 3rd year now. How long will this transition take, Erik, do you think?
But in the 2 years, we took 2 presses, and also in the end of the season, we will see where we are. And yeah, but still, we have to fresh up the dressing room, and we bring new players in. Today, first start of Matthijs de Ligt, first start of Joshua Zirkzee. We still some players not available. First start also this season for Garnacho. The opponent is probably a little bit further in certain areas, but we will catch up and we will come back.
So while we all focus on the result, you see good things behind the result?
I don't want to talk about what's today about good things. It's clear we lost 3-0. We have to take this, and now we have to stand up, head up, and bounce back.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Cheers, Erik.
Massive thump on the nose for Manchester United today.
Yeah, it was a bad one. I mean, when the stadium's got about 20,000 fans left in at the end in a major game like this, then basically it's as bad as it can be, and you're 3-0 down. I think the impact of taking Casemiro off will reverberate around the dressing room because he's one of the leaders, just like the Harry Maguire situation will have done a year and a half ago, when someone in your dressing room that's important to the group and has got a voice obviously gets hooked at half-time like that, and he's made 2 mistakes. It has a big impact, but it's been a really challenging time for Manchester United for 10 years, whether you're Antony, an 80 million winger, Di Maria, an 80 million pound winger, Sancho, who's just left this week, whether it's Marcus Rashford, who's a young kid that's coming through the ranks, who's struggling in the second half and the fans are onto him. It's really difficult, and managers have struggled, not just ErikTen, every manager that's come to this club has struggled, and there is a feeling today of, are we going to go through the same thing again? But I think it's a time for a bit of calm. It's an international break, which is probably well needed for United. But ErikTen Hag's going to have to get the club into a position sort of challenging for Champions League towards Christmas, or else he's going to be in trouble. He knows that. You know, he's been influenced to change his team, his staff in the summer. He's brought 2 new coaches in. That is not always ideal as well. So there's new messaging coming in, even though he's been here for 2 years. There's new technical directors, CEOs. There's a lot of change at the club. There are a lot of staff that have been here a long time that are leaving as well. So, look, there was going to be some pain along the way of actually, if you like, interfering with the Glazer ownership. We're seeing that pain right here today. It's not going to change quickly. It's a sobering day for United, but one that I think just requires some calm, because we wanted change of ownership and we've got that, and there is some things happening and we have to let it settle in and bed in.